Okay, you've been handed what has been marked as Exhibit 11, and can you tell me what this document is? I will tell you it's been produced to us by the United States Department of Justice in redacted form, heavily redacted form, I might add. Can you tell us?
This is an electronic communication from the Chicago division to the Dallas and to FBI headquarters.
All right. And this is dated April 16th of 1999, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. It says in some unredacted portion here, it says, the mission of the vulgar betrayal investigation is for the FBI to identify and neutralize through criminal process the Hamas terrorist support organization located within the United States. Is that your understanding of the mission?
I didn't know the mission, and I don't understand what the mission was.
You didn't then, do you now?
No, I did not.
Never had any understanding?
I never had any understanding of the mission.
All right. Have you ever seen this document before today?
Oh, yes.
Okay. And again, there's some heavily redacted portions on the first page, which has got the bait number USDJ 64. The entirety of almost the entirety of the second page, 65, USDJ 65, and a large portion of the third page, USDJ 66, are redacted. Do you know what is contained either generally or specifically in those redacted sections?
I cannot mention anything that's in the redacted
That's not my question. My question is, do you know what?
Yes, I know.
All right. And you won't tell us, correct?
I cannot tell you.
All right. Now, the part that isn't redacted says, an interesting development occurred on March 12th when Special Agent Abdel Hafiz of the Dallas Division met with, and then it's blacked out, following an in-service that Special Agent Abdel Hafiz attended at Quantico. And then it says, blank told Abdel Hafiz that his boss had been subpoenaed before a federal grand jury in Chicago. This person told Special Agent Hafiz that he was worried for the following reasons. Have I read that correctly?
Yes, sir.
And did that accurately reflect this interesting development that occurred on March 12th of 1999?
Almost, yes.
All right. And it says he was worried for the following reasons, and the first reason was he would not elaborate on the nature of the matter. What's that about? I mean, he told you he was concerned, but he wouldn't tell you why? Is that basically what it is?
No.
Okay, what is it?
I'm going to object to that. That's information from an individual we have promised confidentiality, blacked out on the...
Actually, he's talking about different person. I mean, that's completely different name.
Okay. Does that change anybody's attitude?
It does not.
Okay. And then it says, blank did not tell him that blank, another accountant, had also been subpoenaed by the same grand jury. Is this other accountant different from your long-term friend who was the part-time accountant?
Yes.
Okay. Now it says here on page 4, the bait number USDJ 67, that after you returned to Dallas, you went and obtained some vulgar betrayal information from DET. What is DET? Oh, detective. I'm sorry. Detective? You don't need to give me the name, but DET means detective?
Detective.
Okay.
Yes.
And discovered that blank was a target of the vulgar betrayal investigation. Did I read that correctly?
Yes.
Is that accurate? Is that what happened?
Yes.
Okay. And you advised that you've known this person for many years and actually listed him as a reference on your application for employment with the FBI, correct?
Yes.
Did it concern you at this time that someone who was a longtime friend of yours and that you had used as a reference on your application for employment with the FBI was now the target of a terrorism investigation by the agency.
He was not the target.
Okay. Did it concern you that this person who was not the target but was caught up in this investigation, was involved in some sense, was your longtime friend who'd given you a reference for your FBI application?
No, it did not concern me.
Okay. There's some handwriting here on the left-hand side of this document. It's a very bad copy, and Jay's going to get me a good copy, he's promised. But that is your handwriting, is it not?
Yes.
All right. Can you make out what is said there?
I can see he did it as I cannot read it. I don't recall what it was.
Okay. We'll see if we can get a better copy.
Yeah.
And then the next paragraph I want to ask you about. Special Agent Abdel Hafiz asked Special Agent, and that's blacked out, but that person is Bob Wright, isn't it?
I cannot answer that.
Well, Special Agent Abdel Hafiz asked Special Agent somebody if he wanted him to meet with somebody. I've read that correctly, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Then it says, Special Agent Abdel Hafiz was told that he should meet with him. However, he would have to record the conversation since this person is the subject of a major criminal investigation. That's what it says, right?
Yes, sir.
And is it true that you were told that you should meet with this suspect and that you would have to record the conversation since this person was the subject of a major criminal investigation?
The person who told me that is a fellow agent, not in my chain of command.
That wasn't my question. My question was...
That is the question.
Huh?
I think that's the question. Please,
please
clarify the question.
Okay. Let's see what the question was. Maybe I asked another bad question.
No, I'm sorry.
Okay. The question is, and I'm just going to read it again if you'll leave it up there. But you're not, are you?
I can't. I can read it.
Yeah, why don't you read it?
And is it true that you were told that you should meet with this suspect and that you would have to record the conversation since this person was the subject of a major criminal investigation?
That was the question. My answer was, I was told by an agent, a fellow agent, not anyone in my management or my chain of command.
Okay, fair enough. So the statement is true, but you add the provision that the person telling you this, even though the document doesn't say it, the person telling you this was a fellow agent, correct?
Yes.
All right. And that fellow agent was the person that was the case agent for the vulgar betrayal investigation.
I cannot answer that.
It was a little bit more than just the special agent who told you this. In fact, it was the United States, the Assistant United States Attorney from the U.S. Attorney's Office who also concurred with this statement that you should record this conversation, right? That's what it says in the next sentence.
Yeah, he concurred.
Okay.
But
so
he's still not in my chain of command.
All right. So you're told by a fellow agent and the United States Attorney's Office for the office that's conducting the investigation, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me add, please.
Sure.
Had this been decided to go on, neither the United States Attorney nor the agent nor the Chicago Division would have been having the right to sign the documents to approve that. My special agent charged in Dallas or any of his designees would be the ones that have to authorize me to do that.
Okay. Now this conversation between you and the special agent is occurring on April 12th of 1999, correct? That's what the document says here.
I believe so.
Okay.
Yes.
Now 2 days later, there's a conference call, correct?
Yes.
All right, and on the 4th of April, SSA, that means you're the supervising special agent, right?
Yes.
Had a conference call with another SSA, another supervising special agent, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Special Agent Abdel Hafiz regarding a future meeting between Special Agent Abdel Hafiz and vulgar betrayal target. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. And it says here on this document that the call concluded with Special Agent Abdel Hafiz deciding not to pursue a meeting with blank, which I assume is the target, right?
Yes.
Okay. And there's some handwriting up there. Again, that's your handwriting, right?
Yes.
And can you tell us what that says?
I believe it says, again, this is the safety issue.
Okay.
Or again, something is the safety issue.
Question mark.
Question mark.
Okay. And can you tell us the names of the two supervising special agents that are blacked out here on this particular paragraph?
I'm going to voice an objection there. The deletion codes are listed as privacy interests of the individual agents who were involved in making this decision, of which Gamal was directly under their chain of command. And the witness is only authorized to testify about issues in which the government is willing to put forth, which we've done so on these documents. He cannot go farther than that.
Yeah, and I know, Jay, you're in an uncomfortable position because you got agents on both sides of this case, and all I would say is we're now at the critical meetings, where Mr. Abdel Hafiz, has his side of the story, and we're trying to find out whether a fact finder would believe him or not. Now we're not entitled to know who else was on these calls. So, but I understand your position, so we'll go forward. And it says here that the call concluded with Abdel Hafiz deciding not to pursue a meeting with the suspect, or
Yes.
as it says in the prior sentence, the vulgar betrayal target.
Yes.
So this was your decision alone?
No, it was not my decision.
That's what it says, though.
No. I have to explain this.
Okay. Well,
The supervisor and the other supervisor who had a conference call with me,
right.
the supervisor from Chicago was under the impression that I wanted, and that the impression that he told us he got from Mr. Bob Wright, that I wanted to meet with that subject, regardless of the fact that he's a subject, but I don't want to record the conversation. After knowing that I have no desire of meeting the person, I never asked to meet the person. I don't care about meeting the person as long as I live. He said, let's not pursue this. I said, okay, I'm not going to pursue a meeting with him.
Okay, but that's not what this paragraph, in fairness, doesn't say all that.
Well, I did not write that.
Fair enough. I don't know who wrote it since that's been blocked out.
Well, and there's another communication that will follow this to respond to this from Dallas that will start by saying that this communication does not reflect the facts and the truth.
Well, let's just stick with this one for the moment since we're on
Okay.
it. The sentence, whoever wrote it and whatever they had in their head, concludes with, or this paragraph concludes with, the call concluded with Special Agent Abdel Hafiz deciding not to pursue a meeting with the blanked out but vulgar betrayal target, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Is that yes?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. And we know one of the SSAs is a Chicago SSA, correct? Because you just said
Yes.
that.
Yes.
And the other SSA is a Dallas SSA?
Yes.
Okay. Who was the Dallas SAA at the time, without revealing who was blocked out there
It was Ronald Patton.
on Patton? And who was the Chicago SSA at the time, without revealing who might be on that blocked out?
Tim Gusfield.
How do you spell his last name?
Gossfield, I believe, or IELD.
Okay.
One of the two.
Tim Gosfield. Great, thank you. Now, apparently there's another call the following day on April 15th of 1999, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. And it looks like preceding that call, Special Agent Blank and Special Agent Blank, Assistant U.S. Attorneys Blank, Long Blank, and Blank met in Assistant U.S. Attorney Blank's office to discuss the vulgar betrayal investigation. During this meeting, Assistant U.S. Attorney Blank asked about the Dallas agent's future contact with Blank. The AUSAs were informed Special Agent Abdel Hafiz did not want to pursue this matter since there was a need to record the meeting. At 10 a.m., a conference call was made to SSA Blank and SA Abdel Hafiz for clarification of why SA Abdel Hafiz was not willing to meet with Blank. Special Agent Abdel Hafiz related the following. Now, were you in fact on a conference call at 10 a.m. on April 15th of 1999, the subject of which was clarification of why you wouldn't be willing to meet with the vulgar betrayal target?
Yes.
All right. And it says Special Agent Abdel Hafiz related the following. Since the 3/12/99 encounter in Washington with Blank has telephoned Abdel Hafiz on numerous occasions. Is that true that this target had telephoned you on numerous occasions since March 12th?
It's not the target. I have never spoken to the target
Okay.
during that time.
So somebody had telephoned you on numerous occasions.
Someone, yes.
Someone, okay. The calls from someone raised two issues. The concerns of Blank, in particular, about his scheduled grand jury appearance, and Long Blank called on Sunday, April 11th, and stated that Blank was getting scared about his upcoming grand jury appearance. Is that accurate to the extent we can decipher it from the blanks?
Well, what's written is accurate.
Well, is it a fact that you got some calls and they raised the two issues that we see here?
Yes.
Okay. And then this person wants to know whether you can give him some advice about his grand jury appearance, right?
A person asked another person
Okay.
if that could happen.
Okay. And you've got a handwritten note here that says, boy, I can't read it. Can you?
That did not happen.
That did not happen.
Yes.
So you didn't give any advice about this guy's grand jury
I
appearance.
did not give advice and I did not volunteer to meet with anyone.
Okay.
The person was asking, would it be a good idea to seek.
Okay. All right. And by the way, why did you make these handwritten notes on this document?
Because I was preparing for the response, as I was ordered by my special agent in charge, Danny Diffenbaugh. He told me to prepare a response for Chicago, so I was making notes as I was talking to him.
Ah, I see. Okay.
To clarify all the issues.
So these notes were made contemporaneous with April 16th, 1999.
Just about, yes.
Okay, within a day or so.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Was this Assistant U.S. Attorney Mark Flesner on this call? He's spoken publicly about it, but I just want to know whether you deny that he was on the call. I'm
not sure who the names were on the call.
Okay. Did anybody identify himself as Assistant U.S. Attorney or AUSA Flesner?
Yes. Yes.
All right. So somebody by the name of Flesner identified himself on the call.
Yes.
All right. And it says AUSA blank explained the significance of the contacts made by blank and the potential significance of a contact with blank as yielding 1, possible evidence of mens rea or knowledge of wrongdoing, and 2, lines of inquiry that would possibly constitute an obstruction of justice violation. Did the Assistant U.S. Attorney explain this on the conference call that you participated in?
I don't recall that.
Okay. Are you saying it didn't happen, or you just don't remember?
I don't remember.
Okay. Could have happened, you just don't remember.
It could have happened, yes.
Okay. All right. It says Special Agent Abdel Hafiz was asked by the Chicago AUSAs whether he would be willing to meet with blank and record the conversation by wearing a body recorder. Special Agent Abdel Hafiz was told that the recording would protect him and, in addition, provide the best possible evidence for the case. Did that happen?
Yes.
Okay. It goes on to say, Special Agent Abdel Hafiz related that he would be willing to meet with blank or anybody else, but that he did not want to wear a body recorder or consent to any other type of consensual recording. Is that what you related?
No, not exactly.
So that's an error. Is that correct?
That's an error.
Okay. What did you relate to them in that regard?
What was said that I'm willing to meet with this person or anybody else, but a recording will become a safety issue for me and my family.
Well, I think that it goes on to say that later.
Yes, but there are certain things that were plugged into this particular communication that did not take place.
Well, did you say in words or substance that you did not want to wear a body recorder or consent to any other type of consensual recording with this suspect?
No.
You never said that?
I never said that. I said I don't want to be doing consensual monitoring with this person that will become discoverable and will become a safety issue for me and my family.
All right.
My essays here recommended that we'll do the meeting and we'll do a recording that's overt recording, that the person will know. Okay. Chicago refused in writing to do so.
All right. The first part of the sentence is accurate because you related that you would be willing to meet with the target or anybody else. You told them that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
But to make it 100% accurate, you would have to amend the second part of the sentence to say, but for safety reasons, he did not want to wear a body recorder or consent to any other type of consensual recording, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then it would be accurate.
Yes, sir.
All right. It goes on to say, when the AUSAs asked for an explanation, Special Agent Abdel Hafiz stated that the recording would be subject to discovery at a later time and that could possibly be learned in the Muslim community in Dallas and elsewhere that he had done this. Did you say that?
Yes.
All right. The next sentence is, he expressed that disclosure would create a grave safety issue for himself and his family. And did you say that?
Yes.
When AUSA blank told Special Agent Abdel Hafiz that any safety risks would be addressed by the FBI, Special Agent Abdel Hafiz responded that he did not trust the FBI to protect him or his family. Did you say that?
Yes, I have.
You said it on that conversation?
I said it on that conversation.
Okay.
Before you go on, please.
Yes.
Come on, just answer this question.
This is very important to explain this one. It's very important to explain this one.
Can we recess for just a moment?
Certainly.
Okay.
We're now going off the record. The time is now 2:38. We're now going back on the record. The time is now 2:40.
Anything you want to get off your chest?
No. We'll continue.
By the way, many of these redactions are have the P code, which I think their code shows is privacy, and I take it that you've waived any privacy interest you have, correct?
Yeah, I waived all my privacy issues.
Right, and that's true not only with respect to these documents, but with respect to your personnel file or any related documents, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go back to this exhibit number 11 at the bottom of page 5, bait numbered USDJ 68. It says, when asked by AUSA blank why he thought he would face safety risks, Special Agent Abdel Hafiz responded that the secret recording of a conversation between Muslims is regarded in the Muslim culture as the ultimate act of betrayal. Did you say that?
Yes.
All right. When AUSA blank asked why it was any different from reducing a conversation with a criminal subject to a FD 302 and testifying about the conversation, Special Agent Abdel Hafiz related that it was a cultural matter that we wouldn't understand. Did you say that?
I attempted to explain, and they couldn't understand it. And I told them that you will not be able to understand that culture issue.
Okay. I take it from your answer before lunch that you are now prepared to commit this ultimate act of betrayal in the Muslim culture by recording conversations with a Muslim, correct?
I'm going to object. That's an investigative issue, privilege. We don't want to have this witness talking about current or anticipated investigative techniques he may or may not involve himself.
In fairness, though, he did answer that, in fact, he was quite emphatic about it, that today, if I'll let him out of this deposition, he'll go out and record all the Muslims he can find. I mean, I'm overstating it, but he did testify to that. So even if you might otherwise have a good objection, I think on this one he's
already answered it.
Yeah, and I just want to follow up to see whether you still today believe, as you did in April of 1999, that the secret recording of a conversation between Muslims is regarded in the Muslim culture as an ultimate act of betrayal, or has something changed? Maybe it has.
Among the Muslim communities,
yeah,
that's considered an act of betrayal when somebody's confining you as a source or as a subject, and they don't know that they are a subject. They consider that this is a betrayal of them. For me, it's not a betrayal.
So your attitude today is no different than it was on April 16th or April 15th of 1999 on the issue of Muslims regarding the secret recording as an ultimate act of betrayal.
I was trying to educate them on the way the community will look at it.
But it was in response to a question to you about why you wouldn't agree to record this person.
Why it will become a safety issue for me and my family to record this person.
Why is it not a safety issue today? I mean, wouldn't it be a safety issue today?
After I have been exposed, all the safety issues have been on the table already.
All right, so there's still a safety issue, you just
Yes.
don't care anymore.
Well, no, it's not. I don't care anymore. I do care. It's just the safety issue. I cannot control it as much anymore.
And why can't you just, I mean, you've already been accused of refusing on religious grounds not to wear a wire. Why wouldn't that help you on a safety issue, since that's been publicly disseminated?
And it was also publicly disseminated by me that I'm willing to record anyone or even inside a mosque.
Okay, and how did you publicly disseminate that?
That was during an interview with Channel 11.
All right, and when did this interview with Channel 11 take place?
October 2003.
Okay, and what were the circumstances of the interview?
The media were trying to get a response from me about all the allegations against me.
Do you remember the name of the reporter on Channel 11 that conducted this interview?
Jennifer something.
Okay. They're all named Jennifer, you know.
Yeah.
So, in that instance, did the FBI give you permission to talk to Jennifer at Channel 11?
I was unemployed.
Ah,
at that time.
that's right. So you'd been terminated by then.
Yes.
So, all right. You certainly had access to the media whenever you wanted to talk to them. It's just that while you were at the FBI, they wouldn't let you talk, right?
Exactly.
Okay. Going back to this document, Exhibit 11, page 6, USDJ 69, it says Special Agent Abdel Hafiz asked why it was necessary to record a conversation with blank. AUSA blank explained that it was necessary to protect the agent, to assure that any false representations about what the agent said or did in the conversation could be disproved. Did that conversation take place? Did you ask, hey, why do we have to record this guy? And he said, well, it's for this reason.
Yes, I recall asking that.
Okay, and did he give you that response that, hey, this is to protect you, to make sure
Yes.
that anything they say, oh, well, I didn't say that or he didn't say that,
Yes.
could be disproved? Okay. Okay, then the next sentence, the next paragraph says, following a 3:30 p.m. telephone conference between the Chicago AUSAs and SSA regarding blank, regarding the same subject matter as the 10 a.m. call, blank, United States Attorney for the Northern District of Illinois, was briefed about the reluctance of Special Agent Abdel Hafiz to record a possible meeting that he might have with a prime target of the vulgar betrayal matter. My question is, was there a 3:30 p.m. telephone conference call that you participated in, separate and apart from the 10 a.m. call that we've been talking
No.
about? Okay. Did you have any knowledge about this 3:30 p.m. telephone conference?
No.
Okay. Do you know which SSA, the Chicago AUSAs, were having their conference with?
No.
Okay. Is it accurate to say, as the document here does, that there was reluctance by you, Special Agent Abdel Hafiz, to record a possible meeting that he might have with a prime target of the vulgar betrayal matter?
Yes, there was.
Okay, and that reluctance was for the reason you have indicated, which was safety and cultural issues.
Yes.
All right.
There was another issue that the person had an attorney, and that was not mentioned here.
Okay. USA blank, and that would be the U.S. attorney, right? When it says AUSA, that's an assistant, but
Yes.
USA means the U.S. attorney, right?
Mm-hmm.
U.S. attorney blank then contacted Chicago SAC, and that would be the special agent in charge of the office, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. To further discuss the situation, both USA and SAC agree that the FBI should pursue the effort to obtain this evidence. Did I read that correctly?
Yes, sir.
Were you aware of that before seeing this document?
I was aware of it when I read the document then.
Okay, and you read the document within a day or two of its creation, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Oh, yeah. If you go back just 1 second, I'm sorry. I forgot to ask you about something on this document. It appears that this longtime engineer, part-time accountant friend of yours was applying for a language specialist position with the FBI. Is that correct at this time? At the time of this memo, April 16th, 99?
Where's that written?
It's page 4. USDJ 67. It's the paragraph that starts on March 16th, 99. Abdel Hafiz, yeah.
Yes.
So your longtime friend, who's the engineer, part-time accountant with the target company, is applying for a language specialist position with the FBI.
Yes.
All right. Did that worry you at all, that this guy who's involved with a company that's a target of a terrorist investigation is going to apply for a position with the FBI?
I was not worried about it.
Okay. Did you alert anybody in the language specialist department of the FBI that, hey, we got a guy who's caught up in one of our investigations that's applying?
I documented this on several occasions. Not to the language services unit.
Okay, and you documented the fact that this person was applying?
Applying, yes.
Okay. Was his application ever accepted, so far as you know?
No.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, here's Exhibit 12, and can you identify what this is?
This is the lead portion of an electronic communication.
All right. Have you ever seen this before today?
Yes.
And did you see it on or about April 16th, 1999?
Yes.
It says that the Dallas Division, it comes from Chicago, correct?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, and that's the Chicago Division of the FBI, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. It says the Dallas Division is requested to have Special Agent Abdel Hafiz inform blank to tell blank that Abdel Hafiz is willing to meet with blank regarding the Chicago grand jury and its investigation. It is further requested that Special Agent Abdel Hafiz meet with blank in Dallas and consensually monitor the meeting. And you write, how can I bring him to Dallas?
Yes.
Right? Okay, so that's your question. The guy's in Chicago. How am I going to get him to Dallas?
He was not even in Chicago.
Okay, but he's not in Dallas.
He's not in Dallas.
He wasn't in Arlington.
No, he was not anywhere in Texas.
Okay. So you're saying, well, forget about consensually monitoring the guy. I can't get him to Dallas anyway, right?
Yep.
Okay. And did anybody say, well, we'll buy you a plane ticket. You can go to where he is and talk to him? Did anybody suggest that when you responded, how can I bring him to Dallas?
No, that was my question to my boss. How can I bring him to Dallas?
Right, and the answer to that is probably you can't, but you can
Yeah.
go to him, right?
Well, that was not an issue if I could go to him.
Okay. Because you were willing to go, obviously.
I was willing to go, yes.
Sure. And then it says, should blank prefer to conduct the conversation with Special Agent Abdel Hafiz on the telephone, Chicago request, and that I guess would address the Dallas issue, because you could phone him up on the phone, right, no matter where he is,
Yep.
assuming they have a phone. Should blank prefer to conduct the conversation with Special Agent Abdel Hafiz on the telephone, Chicago requests that blank be called at his residence after work hours and that the conversation also be consensually monitored. That's what it says, right?
Yes.
And that didn't happen, did it?
No, it did not happen.
You didn't meet with him in Dallas or anywhere else.
Or anywhere else.
And you didn't call him on the phone and consensually monitor the conversation.
That's
correct?
true.
Okay.